Our next guest, I have been very excited to have in this studio. Casey first came across him when we found out that he's going to be performing at Revel Resort, which is going on through September 1st.
I love this art form.
After doing a little bit of research, because initially it was like, do you want to have this illusionist on? When we're like, well, an illusion, generally you need to be able to see things for an illusion. But I also saw the word mentalist, and I'm like, okay, now I am intrigued because I find that fascinating, the ability to do these. I don't know what word to use other than tricks, or techniques maybe would be a better word.
Well, you buy into the mechanics of it. It's fun. It's just engaging and entertaining. I remember going all the way back to the Amazing Kreskin and all of that. It's always been an engaging, wonderful thing to participate in.
Well, I pulled up a video and I just saw him doing one of these mentalist things, and I'm like, okay, that's all I want to see.
Boom.
That was impressive enough, and now I don't want to know any more until we get him in.
Have we ever met before?
No, we've never met. But one of those. Please welcome Mr. Wayne Hoffman.
Yeah,
to our show this morning, Wayne.
Wow,
welcome.
One hell of an intro.
How you doing, man? Good
I'm
to see
awesome.
You.
Thank you.
And you're local, right?
Wayne? Yeah. Well, technically, I grew up about an hour from here in Reading.
Yeah.
I moved to L.A. 6 years ago. And I just got a new place in Florida. So
there you go.
Okay, now this is a tough business to get into, at least to be a successful illusionist, mentalist, and to make a full career out of it.
It's weird.
Yeah. How old are you?
31.
So you've been able to have a successful career with this. How difficult has that been for you?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's hard. As soon as you start telling people you want to become a mind reader, it's just uphill from there, as you can imagine. It's not something you can just say, oh, I'll put in a job application. So, I mean, I started as a kid doing magic because I didn't understand what mentalism was. I just started doing magic tricks and became a magician and studied psychology and realized, you know what? I can add this into my show.
Magic is so much fun. I, the other day, with my daughter, who's 7 years old, or 6 years old, I'm sorry. She thinks she's 7.
Yeah.
But anyhow, I did just this simple coin illusion where you have it in your hand. You pretend that you take it in one hand. It's actually in the hand you initially had it in. You point to it, boom, it's gone. Then you pull it out of the air. It's the standard. She could not believe it.
And you know what? That's what started my career. That moment.
So much fun, right?
Yeah, freaking people out. It's fun.
It's funny though, but you talk about that. Some people have the reaction, it's a trick. Well, of course it's a trick.
Yes.
But the thing is the mechanics, the adroit nature of the person performing it, the psychological aspects of it, how you're led into things. That's fascinating. That's a performance.
Yeah. It's the hard part is making it look easier than it actually is.
Yes.
It's the work behind it that makes it happen.
Which is formidable, right? I mean,
it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's just, sitting in a dark room and having absolutely no social life for the first few years.
I tell you what, though, every magician that I've known or worked with, I did stand-up comedy for many years, no trouble getting laid. Because
it does help meet people, as I always say. Yeah, no comment.
Yes.
Well, in a moment, Wayne is going to have us. We will use some callers in a little while here.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna get in your heads. I want to read your crazy minds, and then we'll try to get the listeners involved.
Okay.
Excellent.
And by the way, he has you published a book called Mind Candy.
You got it.
What's that about?
Yeah. Well, the question you asked me, how hard was it to do what I do? Very. And over the years, I've created this immense success, and how did I do it? I grew up outside of Reading in a rural farming community here in Pennsylvania, and I had nothing. I grew up with minimal means, and my dream was to travel around the world, doing magic and mind reading. I wanted to be on television. I wanted to be on this morning show right here with you fellas, this kind of stuff. And, I realized looking back that I created a system. I was following a 4-step process to create these things, And so a friend of mine said, you know what, you need to write a book. And I did, and it started changing people's lives. And it blew me away, and I get a more of a response from that than anything.
Is it because you, it sounds like it's something which I'm a big fan of, which is creative visualization of seeing it and making it happen.
Yes, it's you picture what you want in your life, and this book is the how-to guide to get it. And I'm telling you, it might sound nuts, but I mean, they said back in the 50s that walking on the moon would be impossible. And that's the difference, impossible versus improbable. We did it. We're walking on the moon. Look at technology. In the same way, I went to my manager at the time years ago. I said, I want to be on, the Ellen DeGeneres show. Get me on. He said, how am I supposed to do that? I said, follow this process, Lo and behold, bingo bango, I'm on the show.
Right.
I'm in my own television. It's crazy, you know?
Right.
And I followed these steps. So I've watched people, some locally, some people in New Jersey. They read the book. One girl was a waitress at a restaurant, Cheesecake Factory. She said, I want to become a singer. I want my music on the radio. I said, read this book. 3 weeks later, her music was played on a big radio station in Miami. She landed three interviews, got a photo shoot set up, and ended up in the newspaper within 3 weeks.
It's the mindset. I like that, but it figures into what you do as far as everything else. You need to understand the way people think. And that's something that works for you.
Somebody vibrating?
Might be me. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, and by the way, I tried to come up with a word to describe that. And is trick the wrong word? I mean,
you can call it whatever you want. It's an effect, a routine, a trick. I mean, it's jargon.
Okay.
Yeah, you can call it whatever you want. Trick isn't offensive. I mean,
okay, that's what I was curious.
A trick is what hookers have.
Right. There's a fine line between what I do and what they do.
But
all right. Well, let's. Can you demonstrate?
Yeah, let's rock and roll.
I would love to do that.
In fact, let's just dive right in. I don't want to waste any time. I want you to imagine you leave the studio right now.
Okay, me. All right.
Yeah,
yes.
You go to a 7-Eleven. You go in, you grab some stuff, some junk, and you're paying for whatever it is you just purchased with cash. Now I'm writing something here on a card, and I'm just going to leave it right here. Do me a favor, just for fun. How much change did you get back from whatever you just purchased? Just make something up and tell us all out loud.
Well, I'll use my experience from this morning. I got 1 cent back.
Now, you could have said anything between $1 and, well, I guess $1 million. I can give you a thing. Take a look at what I had written there. What is it? Read it out loud.
You will say 1 cent.
Right on the money.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it says.
You will say 1 cent. 1 penny. And you know what? You beat the odds because nobody ever says 1 cent. It's always something weird like 37
when I got back,
cents.
when I paid $6.99 this morning at Wawa. I got a penny back. Even when I got the penny back, I thought, well, that's weird. You never get just a penny back.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. I said a penny. Nobody ever. That's weird. Now, and the weird thing is, I told you to imagine it. I didn't say do something. I don't want you to think I followed you into the gas station this morning. But yeah, 1 cent, right on the money. So it's that kind of thing. It's figuring out what people are going to do before they do it. And I'm going to remind the listeners that right now, I know this is going to look. The look on his face is priceless right now.
Which is what you said you love the most. Is that look?
It's great.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that. But while everyone's listening, while I do these things this morning, weird things are going to begin to happen to everyone listening. So from this point forward, I want all the listeners to watch the things around them, particularly electronics. If you're driving in your car, I want you to watch. Your check engine light might go on. Your car might completely stall out by itself. Your radio might turn off and on. Light bulbs in your home may explode. I've had people eating. They look at their silverware and their fork begins to bend by itself. Weird stuff. So while this is all going on, if you guys are having any weird experiences, I want you to call in and let us know about them.
And make them real.
Yes, exactly. And make sure it's the real deal.
Don't pat them.
So it's stuff like that. And here's something else. This is kind of wild. Are you ready?
Yes.
Clear your mind for me.
Okay.
And before we do anything,
It's easy.
This is not prearranged in any way what's about to happen. I want you to verify. Right now, imagine you were to travel somewhere in the world. All expenses paid. Tell us where you'd want to go.
And I want to make it a legitimate.
Yeah, think about it.
All expenses paid?
Yeah, anywhere in the world.
Okay.
Tell us.
Tokyo.
All right, imagine you're in Tokyo. Picture what it would look like. Picture the scene, the people. Go to an imaginary hotel. What hotel room number are you staying in? Make something up and tell us all out loud.
1212.
Okay, is that important to you in any way? Like, is it a birthday, like December 12th, or is it something you randomly came up with?
My birthday is on the 12th.
Okay, that's why. It's subconscious then.
Yeah.
Well, here in my pocket, check this out. I have a piece of paper, and I'm going to hand it to him right here. I want you to unfold that. I had this written down earlier this morning. Okay. I want you to read out loud what's written on this paper.
Sorry, it's a little sticky.
Yeah, it's
a Post-it note.
Post-it note.
It's all folded up.
Listen, check it out.
Tokyo 1212.
Oh my God!
God damn it!
My God!
Yes.
Unbelievable.
How is that even
right
humanly
on the money?
possible?
And you know what's funny? I almost wrote just Japan, and then at the last second I said, you know what? I'm going to put specifically Tokyo, because nobody ever gets that specific.
That is wild.
Steve, show the camera. Show. We have cameras.
I don't know if it can pick it up in the light here.
Around the studio.
But yeah, I'm sure they trust you guys.
Yeah. No, in case. You want to see
and see, that was not prearranged. I didn't say, let's lie to everybody or anything like that. Wow. Yeah. Right before I went on, I said, you know what? I'm going to do this quick. I just wrote it down, folded it up, put it in my pocket.
We chatted for a few. Now, here's the deal. And it's simple. And it's it's how good you are at what you do. They were by nuances, directions that I were going. I wasn't sweating it out. So it was very sort of random, informed by some things in my life that you would have no idea about.
Okay.
So that's the fact that I ended up at Tokyo room 1212 was, as much as I know it as happenstance. The fact that it ends up on the paper is an amazing thing.
It's wild that he asked you that and not me that, because I might have had something completely different.
You would have. I know that. Yeah. Not that I'm a mind reader.
And you got a call on one, Preston.
All right, hang on. Let me go to a caller. I'm going to go to Al. Hey, Al, how you doing?
Hey, Preston, good. I'm a painter. I'm working at Phoenixville Hospital. And as soon as he said, something electronic, watch the electronics, I looked around the room and I saw the clock, and the second hand ticked backwards about 3 seconds, and then it went forward.
I'm telling you.
I love that.
They're looking at me like, is this serious? Yes, guys, I'm telling you right now, the weirdest absolute things. If it starts with time, clocks, and watches, you're wearing a wristwatch right now. Do you mind? Can I borrow it for a second?
Okay.
I just want to. I want to try something right now while this is happening.
All right, Kathy's handing over her watch.
And in fact, it says here. Let me see the time. It says 9:22-ish. Do you agree with that? Something like that.
Yeah.
Now, are you right-handed or actually are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay. You guys are gonna watch everything that happens here. It's not 22 after the hour.
Yeah.
You're gonna make sure that I don't pull the button out. Nick, hold out your right hand and squeeze the watch through the loop and hold it to your chest. Now, I don't want to touch the watch. You're on the other side of the console over here. I don't want to touch it. Now, Kathy, it's your watch. I want you to name a number out loud between, I don't care, 1 and, doesn't really matter, 1 and 50.
Okay, I'm going to go 23.
All right. I'm going to try to, I'm just going to attempt to do something weird here. I want you to imagine I can hold 23 minutes in my left hand.
Okay.
Strange concept. Imagine I can hold time. And Nick, since you're holding the watch over there, name a number in the same range. 1 to, what did I say, 40, 50, 40,
50.
47.
47. We're going to add 47 to, what did you say?
23.
23. Don't move.
Rotating
Boom.
his
It's
hand.
around the hour. Take a look at the watch and tell me if it moved into the future at all.
Holy crap.
Did it go? Yeah?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Take a look.
It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Did it move?
What the hell?
Yeah.
You're the devil!
I'm the devil. I don't want this watch anymore.
That's how I make money. I just keep them after I'm finished.
He says
but
a
it
nice,
did move, and
watch
it's still
concession.
running. Yeah, I had a guy on a Humvee exercise. He called in. He was on a Humvee exercise. His watch got smashed during the exercise, completely shattered, broken, and the watch started running again. In fact, right now, this is happening. I can already sense it. If you're listening right now, I want you to go to your old junk drawer and find an old broken watch. If you're at home and you have a broken watch laying around, I want you to go get it, because I guarantee you a lot of these things are going to start running again. I want you to go grab a watch. I want you to set it to the correct time, and then I want you to hold it in your hand and begin to concentrate. And as you concentrate, these watches will start running again. I'm telling you, I know it's wacky, and at the same time, you're going to see your TV go on by itself. Things are going to start happening that are really wacky with cars.
I have a broken watch at home right now that I can picture in the drawer. Do you think when I get home today and check
You know what?
it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't answer that. That's maybe, yes. I've had the weirdest things happen. So, yeah, I don't...
Is there a chance that watch could drive itself here to prove it to Nick?
Hey, man, anything's possible. I am practicing.
Let me get a couple of more callers that are saying some things are happening. Hi, Kim. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's happening, Kim?
My radio got all staticky as you guys were talking.
And got all staticky?
Now,
Yeah.
Some people might say that's just a coincidence. Some people might say it's
I travel the same road every morning to work, and it never does it.
interesting. See, things are going to happen. Now, that's
See that? That's what we sound like now.
Hold on. Here's another one. Let me go to Bob. Hey, Bob. How you doing?
Oh, my God. I just heard what Kim said. That's blowing my mind.
Same thing?
Well, no. See, listen, I come into my office. I don't even know what you guys are talking about, and I just hear this cat say, hey, things are going to weird happen, blah, blah, blah. Don't even know what you're talking about. So I'm sitting here, my desk, my radio's in the same spot, haven't moved it for years, same volume. All of a sudden,
I'm
it's
telling
the same
you.
thing that girl Kim said. I'm blowing my mind right now.
There you go.
Nick, pull up the texts because I
All right.
saw a few of those too. Hang on, let me go to Sandy. Hi, Sandy. Good morning.
Hi, yes. This is really crazy. It's just blowing my mind also. I work at a school, and we have this program that lets us go into to bring up a student's demographic. And I go on it, I click on it, and I can't even get access into the site, which that never normally happens. It's just like really
Things
crazy.
are going to go haywire. Now I'm going to give you a live demonstration of this. I asked you guys earlier to grab some things around the office and the studio, just random things like books and change and forks and all this other stuff. And Nick, I asked you to grab some change here. Let me see what you what do you have here?
I didn't count it. You want me to count it?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
Just let me see what you have. You can, you have quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies, stuff like that. All right. And whose change is this? Where I don't even know where this came from. One of the interns got it or somebody?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Well, in other words, it's not mine, and you can verify that.
Right.
I want you to hold out your hand. Now, this is your change. I want you to squeeze one of the coins here and turn your hand this way. Now, again, I'm not going to touch the quarter. You're going to hold it in your hand. And while this is happening, I'm telling you guys, you're going to freak out. While you're holding that quarter, it's going to begin to bend while it's in your hand. I'm going to begin to concentrate, and I'm going to go like this. I'm just going to move toward your hand, and you're going to feel the quarter bend. Now, it's just sitting there. It's not doing anything weird right now.
Right, yeah. It's just in my fingers.
Watch this. Don't move. Just start rubbing the quarter at your fingertips right now. Just keep going and tell me when it starts to bend.
Holy Jesus.
Is it bending?
You feel it
Now,
bending?
I'm about 3 feet from you. I'm not going to touch. Is it bending?
It's bending.
You feel it, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Hold it up. Let's see how far it went so far.
Oh, my
Wow. Hey, make Nick explode.
I want to do that.
And
Wow,
you were holding it in your own hand when that happened.
The whole time.
Let me see the quarter. You can actually see it bend. You'll get a good view of this. Watch.
Yeah.
It's just.
Oh my God, it is.
It's just bending.
It looks like it's melting.
There you go.
That looked like it melted.
Yes.
It bent further than when I was holding it.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Now, I also told you guys earlier, I said, try to, if you have a lunchroom, I said, go grab some metal silverware, forks, spoons, or whatever.
Yeah, hold on a minute. I got to just hang on. He's moving too fast, and I can't.
But you see, what I love about this is that this
it's
lets
tweaking
you get,
my melon.
It lets you get swept up in it. That's why we want to embrace this, and it's. I mean, that's why I love this stuff so much.
I can't believe the hotel room thing, which was 15 minutes ago, and I'm trying to stop and think about it, and I can't because he keeps freaking me out. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, absolutely. In fact, I'm glad. Yeah, sometimes I do this every day.
Yeah.
And I take it for granted, these weird things that are happening, because I see it every day. And I preach against that. I always say, take your time, use your imagination. Sometimes when you do something every day, you take it for granted.
Sure.
Like you guys, you have an awesome job. I don't know.
Never take it for granted.
You know,
yeah.
and it's a great thing. So when I do this, I move quickly because I see it all the time. But
Right.
I'll let you digest what the hell just happened.
Well, and before you do that, let me go to. I have Vince on the phone. Hey, Vince. Good morning.
How are you?
Good. What's up, buddy? Hey, thanks, man. What do you want to tell us?
I bought 2 watches from a department store about 9 months ago, and I got them on discount because both of them didn't run. I'm not even sure there's a battery in it. I just got home from the store yesterday, and the wristband is broken. Everything on this watch is broken, and it's running. As soon as he said that, I went into my school bag. I'm driving in my work truck, and the thing is running.
I told you guys. I'm telling you.
It's moving.
Vince.
I'm not even sure if there's a battery in it. It works.
I'm telling
My
you.
heart is racing out of my chest right now.
Vince, pull over.
And
Don't have a heart
Thank you,
attack.
Vince. Hold on. There are other texts coming up. People with the watch stuff going on. Here, this one says, these damn glasses.
You can't see with that.
He can't see without his glasses.
My watch has been dead in my purse for about 2 months. I just pulled it out, and it's working. I am officially freaked out.
This is the Wayne Hoffman effect, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen. That's what I call it. It's crazy, right?
A lot of people are saying things about the radio reception being funky.
Go to
lot
Keith.
of them. Hold on.
Line 5.
Hi, Keith. Good morning.
Yo, what's going on? Yo, I had to pull over here. Listen to this. I don't know if you guys can hear this.
Yes.
All right,
go ahead.
It's not it's not working. Now my GPS is not working. My GPS went from English. I drive a tractor trailer to French while I was driving here, and now.
Bonjour.
Nick, would it be appropriate to say "mean salor"?
Listen to what I'm going to tell you. This will really blow your mind.
Jesus. All right.
I really don't expand my my languages at all.
Yeah.
Literally, right now, I'm in the middle of doing the Rosetta Stone French.
Really?
I swear to you, right now. The last word I learned was voiture, which means car. Very good. Yeah.
Nick speaks French.
Tuning in, this is Wayne Hoffman, who is here. He's an illusionist and a mentalist, as we're finding out. And
I find
going
that-
to be at Revels through September 1st.
Oh, so that's a good long run. That's
yeah. And actually, there's word that they might be extending me as well through till the end of September because it's the mayhem that's going on in there, as you can see here.
Let me go to Andrea. Hi, Andrea. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what do you want to share with us?
So the craziest thing happened with the clocks in my car. I have my cell phone clock, my radio clock, and my wristwatch. They were all at the same exact time when I left this morning. As you guys were talking about it, when I checked my clocks, my wristwatch said 27, my radio watch said 28, and my phone watch said 29. The minute seconds on my wristwatch said 30. Now, I just looked at them again, and they're all back to being the same exact.
Boom.
Really?
You're welcome.
That's it. Yes.
Wow.
Sue on line 8, Preston says her dildo's speaking Polish.
This one says that their car is idling all over the place. It just started doing that when you got on the air with us.
And it's weird because I actually, one of the things I'm known for is, oddly enough, fixing broken vehicles. And some people joke when I do this, they said you should open Wayne Hoffman's mechanic shop.
Yeah.
Because I've had people with cars broken down on the side of the road. I mean, done. They're waiting for a tow truck. Won't work. They start them up, work perfectly, and they drive away.
Kathy,
it's
is
crazy.
your watch still messed up?
I love it.
Yeah, it's 10:10.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sidetrack
Because what happens is you're doing exactly what I do. You start to think about
how.
Yeah. Now here, let me go a step further. Earlier, I said grab silverware, grab things, and this is going to happen in people's homes right now. If you have a drawer of silverware anywhere at your work lunchroom, at your home, I want you to go grab some of the forks out of the and spoons out of the drawer. Okay, and you're going to notice something strange. Some of these silverware, depending on how you're tuning in and where you are right now, some of the silverware is going to begin to bend and melt just the way the quarter did in his hand. Right. Earlier, I had Preston take a fork, place it in an envelope, and seal it, and it's been in a cabinet on the other side of the room, and you can verify this.
I did this. It's in an envelope. It was sealed. Casey and I, we put it in. Casey has his cabinet. If you ever watch our videos, there's this cabinet right behind Casey where he puts his laptop and all his stuff. We both placed it inside this cabinet. Casey went as far as, without being asked by Wayne, he put a piece of tape over the cabinet so you couldn't open the doors. If you did, it would have to tear the tape.
Okay.
All right,
cool.
so it's in there.
So it's in there now, and you verified that it's your fork from whoever got it from your dining area.
It was in the kitchen. Yeah.
Okay, and you saw it as a normal fork. And
I took it and I banged it on the counter a few times. You know how sometimes I'll use forks as like little drumsticks.
Now I'm not going to promise anything, but it might not be happening yet. I don't know when it's going to happen. It might not be happening now. It might happen later. That fork is going to begin to melt.
My heart is beginning to beat.
And I,
a little heavily now because
are you really?
I'm afraid because I put it in.
Do you want to see it? Can we check it out now?
We can check it out now. Yeah, and again,
with the understanding that something may not have happened at this point.
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
so we can check it out. Casey will see what the deal is.
Right,
and again, I want the listeners to just be aware. That's all. Light bulbs are going to explode.
All these electronic things, you're affecting potentially cars at any. All right, there you go.
And now I'm not.
No.
Yeah.
What?
That's pretty wild.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The fork is bending.
One of the tines is
bending.
bent.
Yes. In fact, it looks like it's still going a little bit. I'm on the other side of the room. I can't even see my own. Yeah. Look at the tine. And it might continue to go.
Put it back in and see. Move it along. You know, see if we can get it.
See, let me touch it. Let me make sure. And I'm not going to do anything. I just want to feel it. Oh, and that's solid. This fork is like a good. This isn't a cheap one.
That's actually our best fork here.
Well, listen here.
Really
I'll hit it against the counter.
That's a solid
it's a
fork.
solid. It's completely solid.
Preston, owing to that Bizarre File story, that's a good self-pleasuring fork. From earlier.
You're right.
So, yeah, this is what I do. It's all about the mind. And, let me point something out. I don't claim to have supernatural powers.
No.
I am the biggest skeptic in the world. When people tell me, oh, I'm psychic and I see auras, you know what? I don't really believe that. I believe in facts and science. So what I do is some of the stuff even blows my mind. I have to admit, like when I can't even say I'm doing it. When I affect people over the radio.
Listen, I believe that there is that a positive force emitted from a multitude of people can do things. They've done studies where they've randomly selected people who were infirmed and had a group of people pray for them and a group of and they had like experiments, and the people who were prayed for did better without ever knowing that's the case. Regardless of what it is, just the sheer craftsmanship of what you do. That to me, and I know some people like to say, "Oh,
I love you, Steve." I'm just saying.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's. I'm trying to let people know. That's the entertainment.
Yes,
that's what's happening. You're not saying you're Merlin. The fact that you can do this and it's looks
wild.
like it's there is enough.
Yeah, I am glad you appreciate that, and I'll tell you, all I'm trying to do is take people out of reality for a little bit,
and it's fun. It's really fun.
Well, I haven't been in reality for the last 37 minutes, so I know. This is blowing my mind.
I'm going to go to Jordan. Hey, Jordan, good morning.
How's it going, guys? Gadzooks.
Gadzooks, what's up, buddy?
All right. I just want to say that about a year ago, I was in South Carolina where my parents live. There's a lot of abandoned houses around there and everything. They've been condemned for years. So me and my fiance go there. We go looting through the house, and everything is left intact from, like, the 60s all the way back to the 30s. Anyways, I happen to find a watch there, stainless steel watch, still on the stand. Hasn't been used since, like, the 60s or 70s or anything like that. I run downstairs right now while I'm listening to you guys. It's running again.
I'm telling you, guys.
It's just circling in.
It's the Wayne Hoffman effect.
There you go.
And I hate to use my name in third person.
No, you might as well.
At this point, it's
my fiance Erica can attest to this. She was with me. She's actually listening right now at work, and sometimes it'll just like occasionally run and stop. And I went downstairs right now, and it's just spinning. It's just going around right now. I put it on my wrist, and it's just running right now. I haven't touched it in at least 4 months.
That's awesome.
You also see when you...
I've never changed the battery once. Nothing. It's left intact. It's from the 60s and 70s. They don't even make this watch anymore.
That's awesome.
I think he's going to have a mental breakdown.
Yeah, I know, right?
I think you affect GPS
blown.
Devices, obviously, clearly, too, because we have a couple up here as well.
Yeah. His. Well, let me get a couple more callers. I'm going to go to Mel. Hey, Mel, how you doing?
Hey, guys, you guys rock.
Thanks, man. What's up, Mel? What's happening to you?
In reference to the radio, I heard the one caller say something about static. Believe it or not, I actually didn't hear the following stories because my GPS talks when you're on the road. It tells you bear right or bear left.
Yeah.
100 feet. The voice actually came into play when the callers were talking about their incidents. I didn't get to hear any of the callers.
So the GPS voice kept kicking in over every caller.
Absolutely.
Was it giving useful information or stuff like "you look nice today"?
Well, I'm on 76 and it's telling me bear left or bear right, and the voice just kept talking, bear left and 600 feet or bear left and 100 feet, and I didn't hear what the callers were saying because the voice was talking over the radio.
That's pretty interesting.
That
Yeah.
could be coincidence.
It
but
could be, and I don't know. That's the thing.
Right, yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, let me go to...
Some of these, though, are just unbelievable.
I'll go to another GPS, and then I have a couple other calls we have to go to. Hey, Robert, how you doing?
Hey, how you guys doing? You guys rock.
Thank you. What's up, Robert?
Same thing. Well, I can't top that last one, but my GPS doesn't work. Tells me to check my settings, and I got to get to a new job. I'm screwed.
Oh, it's just not working.
It's just not working.
Thank you.
He's dead.
These other calls, it's wild.
All right, thanks, man. Hold on, I want to go. He had told people to look for things that
I died last Tuesday.
Let me go to Rich. Hey, Rich, how you doing?
Yo, what's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
I'm driving my truck right now, and right when he said just look and see if things are going to be bent, right when he was talking about the silverware,
Yeah.
I'm at a red light, and I look down at my keys that are in my ignition. I got a couple of keys hanging off the ignition key, and the key that I locked my house door with this morning, perfectly straight, perfectly fine. I just so happened to look down at my key, and the thing is bent.
I'm telling you. And it's funny you say that.
Man, my heart is racing right now. I'm driving right. I'm almost gonna. I think I'm gonna pull over for a second.
Yeah, be
Here's
careful.
what I want you to do. When it comes to that, when
That's
that
so
begins to happen, that's when the real deal Holyfield kicks in. And I want you to do me a favor, brother. If that key continues to bend, like the quarter he had continued to bend and so on and so forth, just let me know. Hunt me down. Twitter, tweet me, whatever, at Wayne Hoffman. Hunt me down and let me know. Because I notice that when these things start happening, they don't just happen. They continue.
They progress?
They progress.
Interesting.
And strange things will continue to happen. So, yeah, let me know. That because when keys start bending, keys, quarters, anything that's really something that you just can't do with a human hand, you know what I mean? That's when I don't know what I haven't even put a name on this, whatever this is.
Wayne, your show at Revel, I assume it's this plus illusions and things of that nature as well.
In a nutshell, you come in, you sit down. It's an in the round theater.
Right.
You're seated around, and I'll just have the entire audience think of whatever they want. A name, a place, a number, whatever you want to do, and I'll just point to people and tell them what they're thinking. You're thinking your dog Fluffy that died when you were 7 and got hit by a car, the little white poodle, and of course people just freak out. Bring people on stage, it's interactive. You know, I'll throw things into the crowd, and whoever catches them, I'll bring them on stage and do crazy experiments, and it's just wild. It's just wild.
All right, can we have a couple other things set up. I know Casey says we're starting to run short on time, but was there anything else you wanted to do?
I have so many things here. I'll tell you what.
You had me flip through a book.
Yeah. I said
want to
earlier.
find out what that was all about.
I said, first of all, I asked for things around the office, and somebody grabbed, the books and the forks and all the change and stuff.
We like to eat and read.
Yeah, apparently. So you have a book in front of you right there, and this, again, I don't know who this belongs to, but it's somebody. What I want you to do is hold it so the pages are towards you, so I can't see what you're doing, and I don't know.
You want me to open it? Or?
Just hold it so you can't. In fact, let's do this completely random. I want to make sure this is totally random and legit. Nick, do you have any idea what this is all about?
Not at all.
Okay, do me a favor. Check this out.
Okay.
I'm going to flip through the book here. I want you to yell stop. I want you to yell stop at any page number that you want. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm going to show Preston over here. So I'm going to let you decide the page number. So just yell stop.
Stop.
Right there. I'm not going to look at it. Preston, look at whatever page he yelled stop at. Okay.
Well, there's 2 pages.
Yeah, I guess the lower of the 2. Okay. I'm not going to look. I want you have a book that belongs to somebody, and that was totally random. Don't say the page number out loud. Don't tell anyone. Pick up that book over there.
Yes.
And hold it so I cannot see what you are doing. I want you to put the pages and make sure he can't see you behind you. I want you to open to whatever page Nick randomly selected for you and hold it up so I can't see the pages at all whatsoever. Just angle it up and let me know when you're there.
I'm there.
Okay. I would just want you to look at, I guess let's keep it easy. Look at the first word on the page.
Okay.
And just memorize it. And if you want to mark the page, you can and shut the book, or you can just shut it. Just memorize whatever the word is.
Shut it.
Okay?
Okay, got it.
And again, you're on the other side of the console. I cannot see what you're doing. This was not prearranged in any way whatsoever.
No.
Let's rock and roll. Think of that word.
Okay.
I'm going to try to pluck it out of your brain.
This will be impossible.
I'll tell you. And
or
again,
improbable,
I
should say. Yes.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo. Think of it.
Okay.
Just look at me and just think of that word over and over and over again in your mind, okay? Now, I'm going to do something that I coined perceptionism. It's the belief you can perceive information by looking at a person. Winks, blinks, smiles, breathing patterns, flushing of the skin, microsaccades of the eyes. Now, I look at every little detail that I can in the person. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, X, Y, Z. I'm getting it as a picture in your mind. Something like this. This is what I'm seeing. Don't say anything just yet.
He's smiling.
I'm just right now what I'm doing for those listening is I'm drawing lines on a card. Lines that form hopefully letters.
Yeah, they're just lines right now.
I'm getting something. I'm getting a weird vibe. I definitely got a letter Z, which is really, really weird. Because words don't usually have Z in them. That's like literally the last word in the alphabet.
Jesus Christ,
I'm having a heart attack right now.
I'm getting something like this, brother. I'm going to show Nick first, and I'll show Kathy. It's a weird word, right?
It is, yeah.
That is a freaky word. I'll tell you. I already have it written down. Nick and Kathy have seen it. You verify that there is indeed something written on this card.
Right,
Correct,
yes.
yes.
I'm going to ask you this, Preston. Does the word begin with the letter P?
Yes,
it does. I don't know if you're freaking out or if you're angry. I'm going to show you the word. You tell me if I'm right. Is it pulverized?
I'm leaving.
He's the devil.
Oh my God, dude! That should not be possible.
He just got up and ran out of the room and came back in.
Absolutely, positively. Here's the deal, Casey. I marked the page. The page number that he flipped to initially in the book that stopped.
It's totally
it was page
random.
92. This is on page 92, Casey.
In a separate book.
The first in a separate book. The first word, the top left-hand corner.
Pulverized.
Pulverized.
Yeah, and I asked you earlier too. I said, think of a random word earlier.
Yes.
Like, and you have you.
And I still have that
Let
in
me
my head.
let me ask you a
yes.
question. Did you tell anyone that word?
No.
Have you written it down at all?
No. Would
have
you
not.
like me to tell someone?
No,
that?
no. Please do not.
Okay.
I want you to think of that, whatever it was.
While
right
your
now.
head explodes.
Think of it now. Now, again, I want to point out, because there are a lot of skeptics, and I'm a huge skeptic. This is not prearranged. You did not tell me this in advance. We didn't say, let's pull one over on everybody.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, if anyone can prove otherwise, I'll give you $1 million. That goes out to anyone in the studio or listening. This is not prearranged in any way.
Steve was in the green room
Yeah.
when we were
Standing
talking
right
to you. It
there.
was just
And
the
I
two
said,
of
think
us
of
and
it.
you. And you
We just went through some
think of
basic
it.
protocols,
Yeah.
and that was it.
Think of it.
Okay, I'm thinking of it.
Okay, I'm getting two different things in your brain. It's almost as if you have two different words in your mind. He's freaking out right now. Are you freaking out? Are you thinking of two words?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I feel like you're trying.
You were told to think of one
Son
word.
of a bitch.
Yeah. I'm getting both of them, but I'll tell you, here's the problem.
If you get both of them, man, I may have to hit you.
Kill him now before he destroys the world.
This is why people got burned at the stake
That's
many
right.
years ago. Just think, it's confusing me. I won't lie. I don't know if I'll be able to get either of them, but I'm going to try. Okay, I keep getting another P. I don't know if it's because of the word you just thought of, but I get another P. Does one of your words begin with a P?
Yeah.
Do me a favor. I need to clear your brain out. I know it's strange. Tell me the other word you were thinking of that's not P, unless they both started with P. I don't know.
Purposeful.
Okay, purposeful was the word you were not thinking of?
Correct. It is not the word that you
Okay, that I told
me
you
to
to think
think
of. Okay, first of all, but here's the weird part. This is so strange because I feel like you would be thinking of a completely different word, but I feel like you aren't. I feel like it's very similar, the word, because I feel like, I don't know, I just get the word, I was getting the word purpose in your brain. Was that the other word? Purpose and purposeful?
That's it.
Oh my God.
Weird.
Dude, it's...
You're Jesus.
You're
not the devil. You're Jesus.
You just mentally raped me is what you did.
I gave you some mind candy.
That's
it,
right.
yeah.
Rape, candy, it's all the same.
Yeah, it depends who you are.
Hey, do you want to come home with me?
So here's...
Never
let
got
me
that.
explain to you why I was thinking of those two words. Earlier, Wayne had me flip through a book like you did. He flipped through it, and I said the word stop. And he was just randomly flipping through.
Sure,
And he told me to look at a word on the page.
Yeah.
The word was
It was
purpose.
totally
Now,
random.
as we were leading into this, he told me to remember the word. And I had a mental debate. Was it purpose or was it purposeful? I
that's what
knew
was.
it was purpose, but for some reason I was thinking of the word purposeful. So when he said, you're thinking of two words, aren't you?
You were thinking of both.
See, even if I knew the word somehow through some type of whatever, I
Just
don't
the
know.
fact that you got the letter P alone.
Yeah.
Well, there was
But
you get a
the
1 in
anomaly
26
was
shot of
he
that.
was told to think of one word and was thinking of two,
Yes.
and you discerned
And
two
I got-
words when the instructions were clearly for one.
Correct. So again, for those that are skeptic, I get things that are truly impossible, quite obviously.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, are you guys? I don't. Everyone's staring at me like they're.
I want to do. I don't know if we're taking a break or not, but I want
We're
to.
supposed to.
Oh.
We can take a break and come back.
Can you stick around?
Hey, I'm hanging out.
We're
I'm
going to
with you
take a
guys.
break.
And write down
and
the Powerball numbers. For
Case, get
If
rid
the
of
balls
these.
had minds, I'd read them.
Get rid of
believe me.
these because this is entirely too much. And I wish whoever might be a skeptic thinking that we might be in on this, I don't know how to explain it to you other than if you've listened to the show for years, you know how we are. You know how we operate. We don't pull stuff over on you. We're pretty transparent.
We would sound much better if we did.
When it comes to what we do.
I'll extend that $1 million offer. If anyone can prove that you guys are in on this, I will give them $1 million.
Okay.
So enough said.
I'm blown away, and I'm going to come see your show.
Oh, cool. Hey, VIP treatment.
Unreal. Okay. We're going to take a break. You have to stick around. We are going to have more from Wayne Hoffman, who is in our studio. By the way, do you have a website or?
Yeah, WayneHoffman.com.
All right.
All the details
It's
are there.
already in your computer.
Twitter at Wayne Hoffman.
And
you got it.
at Twitter's at
Wayne
Hoffman.
Hoffman. Yeah, you can do.
And you've only got like 1,900 followers, man. We gotta fix that.
Yeah,
up.
I'm not. I just jumped on the Twitter bandwagon. So yeah,
God.
but
Love that.
hashtag mind candy for the morning. Let's talk about it.
We'll come back in just a moment with more of Wayne Hoffman, folks. This is unreal. Stay there.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Casey wants me to do the bizarre file.
Okay.
Before we go to Wayne Hoffman.
All right, back to the world.
I was saying Wayne Hoffman could be the bizarre file. That's what I was saying.
Oh,
Yeah, let's do that.
I didn't know what you meant. Okay.
And now, WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
I see what you're saying. And
Wayne knew what I was saying.
Okay, well, of course he does. All right, the bizarre file of Wayne Hoffman is brought to you by South Jersey Federal Credit Union, introducing the new Zoom Auto Loan. Apply at South Jersey Federal Credit Union. And when you're approved, you'll receive a Zoom, SouthJerseyFCU.com for details. So here's the deal. We're extending this segment with Wayne because he blew us away when we had this last segment with him about some of his mental capabilities.
Yeah.
Mentalist and Illusionist has a show at Revel Casino. In fact, you can go to WayneHoffman.com, and we're going to do just a little bit more. But real quick, Wayne, you kind of have a challenge on your website you wanted to mention, too.
Oh, yeah. No, it's just something fun for people to jump on, and I'm known to do this. I put a riddle on my website. If you go to WayneHoffman.com, click riddle, you're going to see a riddle there. Couple of lines, you read them. If the first person to solve the one-word answer and email it to me, you win $1,000 cash.
Oh. Wow.
$1,000 cash.
Solve
So
the
if you
riddle,
need-
send the message, and you can
Bingo,
win.
bango. Absolutely. All the rules and all the official rules and the details are at WayneHoffman.com. Click riddle.
What was that show? I saw you a clip of you on a show. Is it Phenomenon? Is that what it's called over in England?
I don't know what you saw. I'd have to read your mind,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'll assume it's Phenomenon.
Yeah, but that sounds familiar.
You got
Okay,
it.
all
Yep,
right,
yep. That's one of them.
And that's
So-
is that a British show that highlights?
It wasn't. It wasn't in the UK. It was actually here in the US on NBC years ago. We took the place of Deal or No Deal. But
Okay.
yeah, it was a show, Mentalists, and that's.
I don't
yeah.
remember that show.
Yeah. Well, that's what we did. We erased it from everyone's
That's it,
memory
yes.
at the end of the
Took it
show.
all
You know,
out,
it's
yeah.
just that's what we do. But yeah.
I'm still, I walked down the hall and people saw me on the way there and they were like, what's going on? And I'm like, I can't explain it. We're not sure exactly how Wayne does this stuff. I've in fact, not at all sure how he can do these great feats of mental intrusion, whatever you want to call it.
I would tend to think it manipulation, but in a way that listen, that's the whole thing. If it gets you flirting with is this magic? What is this otherworldly power? As long as you go into and enjoy it, that's what the whole thing's about. That's why I find it so intriguing.
It's weird stuff. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do this every day, and that's what I want to bring to the world.
Well,
so.
Kathy wanted to try something, President.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah,
Is there
let's
something
rock
you can do
and
with
roll.
Kathy?
Yeah, absolutely.
You said you could make her nipples disappear.
I tried. She wouldn't let me.
Well,
She
first
wouldn't-
we got to see them.
Yeah.
Make sure they're there.
We have to verify you have them
Right.
to begin with.
Rub them with my thumbs.
Ew, come on.
I'm trying to read her and just see if she's used to this from you. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's dive into the mind of Kathy here. I'll tell you what. Let's see. Let me just try to see what I can pluck out of your brain. Let me see what I can do. First, clear your mind completely.
Okay.
Just totally relax. I don't want you to really think of anything because I like to keep my mind starting with a blank slate. It's easier for some than others. So just totally relax, and I'm going to try to pull one of two things out of your mind because it's weird because I'm getting a sense of both of them. I'm getting two different things. Right now, let me start here. First think of the name of a pet you had when you were a kid. Let me see if I can get something from your memory, and then if I can, I'll get something else. Yes or no? Are you thinking of a dog right now?
Yes.
Okay. Did you tell anyone here, or you didn't show anyone or tell anyone what you're thinking right now?
No.
The dog that you're thinking of, does it start with the letter B?
Okay, wait.
Because I have two different. That's what I think. I'm getting two different thoughts. Just look at me. Don't say anything. I'm the mind reader. I'll try to figure it out.
Okay, fine.
Because I get like two different things. It's kind of like what he was doing with two different words. I'm getting one thing. Okay, you have. Oh, this is so crazy. Being in her mind is a jungle gym. Let me tell you. Wow. Okay. I'm
Sorry,
not. No,
I'm screwing you up.
No, you're not. Okay. First of all, in your mind, I hear you going, "Here, buddy. Do you have a pet buddy now, or is that a memory?" Or
Yeah, well, that's a cat actually.
okay. Oh, okay. So now stop.
Yeah.
Clear your mind again.
Okay.
Okay. I'm getting a visual of something. Yes. Just yes or no. You know what color underwear you're wearing right now, yes?
Yes.
Have you told anyone?
No.
Has any? She's like, no, I would never.
She just shows us.
Yeah, she'll let the nipple rub slide, but yeah, this is too much.
Yeah.
Think of it right now.
Okay.
And they're not showing you're covered up very well. In this room, that is a good decision, I'm guessing. Think of it now.
Okay.
First of all, is it a thong?
Yes.
Now, you didn't write down the fact that you're wearing a thong
No,
anywhere, have you? Good, because I don't want you to think I can somehow see it. You're wearing, is it Victoria's Secrets?
Yeah.
I know. And you didn't write that fact down.
No, I didn't.
Just
write
look
that
at me.
down.
Think of the color or the pattern
Okay.
right now. Are you wearing like a navy blue, dark blue pair of thong panties?
Oh my God!
Yeah?
Yo, you should do some more things to reveal more secrets about her. Like, does she do oral?
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do.
What
for
would you say they smell like?
Why are they in my mouth?
We're gonna have to verify that now.
No,
so.
that's now, Kathy, as you went through that,
Yeah.
statistically and everything. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's pretty
to get
damn
it.
good.
And
Especially
Buddy is what she used to was the name for her cat who passed away
Yeah.
recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
And the
to hear
fact that he would get blue because you're not wearing any blue. And a lot of times
Yeah,
women
right.
will like to wear underwear that matches their
See,
outfit.
they like to be color coordinated, but she didn't do that today. She just doesn't care.
Right. She dresses mostly like a spinster.
I don't know. I don't know
That's
how to
good.
describe your style. It's nice though.
Yes,
well
it's,
done.
yes.
How would you describe it,
Business
Steve?
professional,
No.
Russian peasant.
Russian peasant.
In the morning, she has she's bundled up as if she just came out of a Siberian soup kitchen. All right, I did something you had me fold up in my
Oh
pocket.
yeah.
All right.
That's right. I totally forgot about that. Here's what I want you to do. Think of earlier, just for the listeners. I said I want you to just jot down the name of somebody that's important to you in your life. Don't let anyone see it in the room. Fold it up and put it in your pocket. And do you have it in your pocket?
I
right
do.
now?
It's in my back pocket.
And you have not shown anyone in the office
No.
or the studio this. All right. Think of it now. Picture the. Can you pick? Actually, I don't want to ask any questions. Just look at me.
Okay.
Think of it over and over. Okay, yes or no? Is it your grandfather?
No.
Is it an older figure in your life or no?
Yes. Well,
Is there more than one person that you know that has this name? Because you're debating. Because I feel like I don't want to ask too many questions.
It's the one person we had talked as you were setting up. You said it could be someone important to me from my life and and anyone.
Okay, think of it. Whoever it is, try to picture their face. All right, this is so weird. This is so weird. It's kind of like I keep bouncing around in your brain. It won't go anywhere. No offense.
No, it's quite possible. My brain's effed up.
Can you picture the person's face?
Yes.
Think of it now. First of all, I'm definitely getting a male figure, and that's not a question, that's a statement. You're thinking of a male of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like whoever you're thinking of, and I could be wrong, but the sense that I get is the male that you're thinking of, they share their middle name with someone else in the family. Do you know if that's true or not?
I don't know.
Okay. Then just look at me and think of the name. Do you know the person's birthday?
No.
Okay. Keep thinking. I think it keeps bouncing around. Final question, is it a celebrity?
It had achieved celebrity status.
Yes, this is weird. Most people would think of their mom, their dad, a cousin. You actually went tolly off the charts.
Yeah, you had asked when you framed it, and then I went to someone who is out of the family realm.
Good.
So, okay.
It just hit me.
Okay.
Nobody ever does that. I'm seeing somebody who is. Is it a musician?
No.
Okay. I'll tell you what name I'm sensing. You tell me if I'm right. I just get I feel like it's music related, a male in your mind, and I don't know if this is coming from you or from what I'm sensing. Oddly enough, is it also your name, Steve,
Yes.
or not? It is.
Yes.
Okay. Who were you thinking of out of curiosity? Were you thinking of yourself?
Steve Jobs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
All right.
but out of all the names to get.
Yeah,
randomly, that's pretty damn good.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. That one made me nervous. I almost didn't get that one.
What were you sensing musically? Because I was wondering because he has
well, the iPod, I guess.
iTunes and all that stuff. Yeah,
and iPod. I knew it had to do with music. I sensed it was like they.
It's an interesting thing. And when you're looking at someone and you're looking for visual signs. Sometimes.
Here's the great thing about what I do as a mentalist. They want to know. How do you do it?
Right.
And I cannot give one answer to that. And that's where, I guess that's the best part about mentalism, because there is no one answer. I use a million different tools. Okay, maybe not a million. That's an exaggeration. Let's say, I don't know, I've never counted them. Let's say 30 different methods to figure out what a person will do, what they're thinking. It could be from everything from statistics. I could look at you. I could guesstimate your approximate age. I know your height. I know maybe where you grew up and where you're from. Guesstimating, I'd say you were probably not from Pennsylvania, probably somewhere in the Northeast, either New York or New Jersey. I'd guess New York, but not the city. I'd say outside, somewhere in a city. Is that close?
Yeah.
So I'm using all these things. As soon as I meet someone, I listen to the tone of their voice. I listen for a regional dialect. When I shake their hand, is it a firm, assertive handshake or is it light? Are they wearing hand moisturizer?
Right.
Do they have calluses on their hands? All these things I'm picking up hyper speed.
How did you
know what a person? Yeah, how a person.
You're
thinks.
Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, but in a way, yes.
Not yet. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that was a compliment or a slap. One
but
of the two.
In the way
no,
that
you're
you
very
can read
perceptive.
people, you could probably, and this is what FBI profilers do.
Yeah, well, no, I've studied FBI profiling. That's what I did. In fact, I had an anti-terrorist task force approach me years ago about working for them.
Yeah.
And it was a compliment, and at the same time, it blew me away because I got nervous.
Yeah.
Because then I thought to myself, what I do, for example, I was a little shaky on what you were thinking.
Yeah.
I wasn't 100% sure. So if I did something like that, and they're like, "Where's the bomb? New York or L.A.?" and 5 minutes. If I'm not sure, that's bad news.
Yeah, but you got. I mean, the random nature of the fact that you would pluck Steve out without ever seeing the piece of paper.
Well, here
was pretty wild.
I'll go a little bit further. Stephen Paul Jobs is his name, by the way, and he was adopted at birth by Paul Reinhold Jobs.
Wow.
So you had said middle name, the same name.
So
as,
it was right.
Mhm.
Wow,
that's awesome.
Crazy.
So,
and I didn't even know who it was.
You've got more than a month at Revel, and like some of these skills, I would think you'd be a really good poker player, or like you can hit the cards.
I'll tell you, a lot of people come up to me and they say, "Wayne, if you can do these amazing things, why don't you go into the casino and win tons of money?"
Right.
And I say the same damn thing to these people every single time. I just look at them and I say, "Who told you that I don't?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do well at the tables. Of course, I'm not going to say what I play, but I'm in the high limit room and I do well. And I'm not saying I never lose, because it's also chance. I mean, you can't fight the cards. The cards are going to lay. You could be the best in the world, but the cards are going to lay how they're going to lay.
Sure.
The only thing I want to do, if the lottery balls had minds, I would read the hell out of those minds in those little.
Right.
Yeah,
The ultimate random nature.
Yeah, exactly. Man, oh man, because I probably wouldn't be here hanging out with you guys. And if I was, I'd own the station.
Yes.
Are you married or anything like
No,
that?
not yet. I have a lovely girlfriend that is a dear, and So
does she ask you? Does she understand what you do? Does she have an
she
idea
does
of
not.
how you do it?
No,
Okay.
absolutely not. I don't share this with anyone. No one, even the closest people to me, parents, friends, lovers. No one knows.
I would think it'd be difficult. Not that you don't seem like a really nice guy, but I think that it would be difficult to be a close friend or in a relationship with you because of what you can do.
I'll tell you, at first it's a little weird for most people, but then they realize that I'm a normal guy. See, here's the thing. What I do is 4 different levels. Level 1 is always there. It's I'm just observing what's going on. Like right now, Kathy's playing with her fingernails and twiddling her fingers, and
That's all the time.
Yeah. So like I'm picking up on that, and I'm in the back of my mind, I'm analyzing why and what that means. But yeah, I don't read people's minds all the time.
Just telling these guys this morning, about a documentary series that I saw over the weekend called Your Bleeped Up Brain. And it's about our human mind and what it can do and what its limitations are. And one of the things you just mentioned about, just paying attention to the little things that are going on around you, the amount of data that our minds receive is astronomical at any given moment throughout the course of the day. Now, you may not be aware of this, but anything within your field of perception, whether it be visually, audibly, sensory, touching, sense, all of these things, your brain is taking all of it in, but it only recognizes some of it. In fact, a tiny fraction of it. Are you more acutely aware of these things?
Slightly, yes. Not for any other reason that I trained to do it. I'm in the process right now of actually creating a DVD to teach people how to have a super memory, how to memorize a list of 30 grocery items, forward, backward. You can name the number, memorize it, and that's through training. Anyone can do what I do. You just have to train to do it. One of the phrases I like to say is, a 5-year-old can do what I do with 20 years of experience. That's the catch, So yeah, I like to think that what I'm doing is a little bit more than normal, but you're absolutely right. I mean, the things that we pick up on, most of it's subconscious, and what we do pick up on, our brains automatically create shortcuts to process that information. And I just filmed a thing for National Geographic, a TV show called The Numbers Game.
Cool.
And they have a thing called Brain Games. Those shows are
Brain
awesome.
Games is a great show.
Awesome.
I love it. My wife loves
it
it to death. She's doing all that. She does the luminosity stuff too with the brain training stuff. She's on
That's
that all
what
the
this
time.
special was kind of like, Steve.
Yes.
It's like Brain Games.
I love that stuff.
So do I. It's awesome. It's awesome.
I'm totally inept with it, and my ability to. I mean, I don't think in very linear ways, and so I'm always horrible at this stuff. But I do enjoy watching it.
One of the things is, earlier I did a prediction with you with the change. Like I said, come up with any amount of change. You said 1 cent. That was from you to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to try something right now to show you how perceptive your brain is. I just want you to look at me, clear your mind, and don't really think of anything. I just want you to kind of zone out, all right, and just look at me. Now, just in that moment, I'll backtrack and explain something that just happened a moment ago, but I'm writing something down.
Did you make a boom boom again?
You ready? Just name a number between 1 and I'll give you up to 10. Just something simple.
Okay.
Go ahead. Say it out loud.
4.
Now, you could have said anything up to a 10. Read what I had there, Nick.
You will say 4.
Right on the dot. Now, what I did there in reverse, I didn't read that from your brain because what I did, I actually implanted it into your brain. Did you remember what I was doing while we were talking? Did you see my hands or do anything?
I saw your writing.
Well, no, prior to that. See, that's the thing. Your mind perceived
I know. You said there are 4 things. And I'm
not going to say, I can't tell you what I did, but I did something earlier that implanted that in your brain.
He said, I recall him saying there were 4 things. He got to the first one, and if I recall correctly, I think you held up your hand with the four fingers.
I'm not going to tell you what it was.
Well, we have video and audio equipment in here.
That's
and you know what?
clever.
And we have a stenographer.
Quite frankly, you might, I don't know if you'll be able to catch it. There's one extra hook in there that maybe, but I'm not going to tell you.
I really want to come see your show, and this is really fascinating to me. I just think it's great for audiences of all ages. Do you ever do shows for kids?
You know what? I got my career started doing it. My shows now are all ages, of course.
Yeah.
But I got my start doing that for I've been doing this for almost coming up on 20 years now, 16, 17, I forget. Lost count already, but I started with kids. Now that I moved away from more magic and visual stuff, which the kids enjoy, everybody enjoys magic, but I think the mentalism is a little deep. We're getting into the psychological stuff, talking about psychology and the processes of the brain. So, it's a little bit different. So
when I say to a kid, do you remember your first pet? They're like, yeah, I still have it.
Right. Exactly. So, hey.
What was the first car you drove? I haven't. So 10 years, get back to me.
Yeah, exactly. So to answer your question, yes. If you're asking me if I do birthday parties and stuff, no. Those days are long gone. And I would love, I'll perform for anybody.
Yeah.
Now, most of my time is taken up with theaters. Corporations hire me to come in and perform for their big, national sales meetings and stuff like that. I do motivational speaking. Of course, the show at the casino, stuff like that.
Wayne, can you tell me right now what word Casey is trying to spell on Words with Friends?
Anything's possible.
I just Wikipedia'd you. I'm not Words with Friends.
Normally he's playing a game over there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
That would have really freaked me out.
If he was playing Words
Turtle
with
Head.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just don't want to know what's going through people's minds.
Wow.
But yeah,
very cool.
Well, Wayne is at Resort at the Revel Resort through September 1st, so a little bit of time left. And
possibility of being held over, right?
Yeah. Word is,
I hope
and
so,
the
man.
decision should come today whether or not they're going to extend me to September 26th, because the response is amazing.
That would be great, because I can't make it between now and the first night, and I want to come see your show, and it's another reason to go gamble too, which is but he's got a book called Mind Candy, which I want to get a copy of that because I'm intrigued by all of this now. And he has the $1,000 riddle on his website, which, by the way, we heard crashed when we sent everybody over to go check it out. But WayneHoffman.com, you'll want to check back on that later on. And at Wayne Hoffman on Twitter, which we will post that on PrestonandSteve.com. I don't want to wrap this up.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'd like to do something for your fans on the interwebs.
Yeah.
If you guys want to, in a minute, a little bit, we'll get a camera and I'll video a short visual illusion for everybody.
Yeah.
And it's something that you'll only be able to check out on the. Do you guys want to see what it is now? And then I'll do it again.
Sure. Let's do it.
We
And
can
put it
react
up
to it
online.
here,
Yeah.
and then we'll have you.
So I'll tell you what. I won't tell you what I'm gonna do. Just watch, and you're gonna have to look.
Do I need to stand up?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna need to watch closely in order to see this. So we're not gonna tell the listeners what's
Do I
going on.
need to see your feet? Do I need to come all the way around?
If you want to come, I just the closer you are to this, the better. So if you want to walk around and come over here so you can see everything that's happening.
Yeah.
And just watch. It's something cool that I learned how to do. So you'll notice this, but watch this. And again, if you guys want to see this, you got to check it out on the web. Watch this. Just 1, 2, boom, 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 boom.
No way! No way!
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes, they're freaking out. People are urinating right now.
Come on!
If you guys want to see that, we'll have these guys posted up on the interweb. Where are you going to put it?
We're going to put it up on PrestonandSteve.com.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, so we'll have it all set, and we'll have Nick Murphy or Beth come in and grab it.
Was that crazy or what?
Dude.
Can you teach my son how to do that? I know you don't like to teach people tricks, but that would be great.
I love it, man. I love it.
Well, we have to have you back sometime. You got to
I'm-
come back in here if the schedule ever allows it.
I would love to. You guys are awesome.
I'm blown away. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it from Mr. Wayne Hoffman.
Yeah!
Wayne Hoffman, illusionist and obviously a mentalist as well. That was incredible stuff. All right, we have to take a break. I know we're going way deep into the show today because we still have to do the lesson question and we have to do the music news and all that stuff, which we'll get to when we return. So stay there. We'll be back in just a moment.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.